What's up, everyone? Welcome to a very exciting episode of the Boo Boo Project. Today, I have a very special guest for you, someone who has worked with some legends doing great things. I'd like to introduce you guys to Doc.
What up, y'all? My name's Doc. Happycore.
All right, so for anyone just discovering you, can you explain in your own words what you do and what you create?
I make I describe it as rock and hip hop cartoons in the style of voice rap. It's like voice acting, and I make the cartoons to go with it. I'm doing all that in the same program they make SpongeBob and Rick and Morty. It's called Toon Boom Harmony. There's no way I involved in any of my art at all.
I love that. That's something I very much respect from you there, is not using AI. So many have started to, and it's great that you don't.
Thank you.
Um, so I guess, what do people usually get wrong about you and your art then?
I'm not sure.
Not quite sure yet?
Yeah, I don't pay attention enough to know what they think or really care.
That's fair. Well, you mind if we take it back a bit then? Kind of
Oh
wondering
yeah.
what was it like for you growing up, you know?
I moved around a lot. Never finished the same year in the school, so I never developed a friend base. That's why I was drawn to the Juggalo shit. I've been a Juggalo since fifth grade. You know,
Yeah, whoop whoop. I feel that,
whoop
man.
whoop.
I've been a juggalo since the day I was born.
Hell yeah.
So what would you say you were like as a kid then, with the moving around and everything?
I was quiet, to myself, just into my music, into the comic books, always whatever art was. At home, it was still the same. When my dad was a karaoke DJ, my parents partied a lot. We were the party spot. So like I was been playing with the microphone since a little kid. So
So it's always had a place in your life, music has, and it's always kind of been at the forefront, never really a background piece.
oh yeah, for sure.
So I guess when did it really kind of become like, that you wanted to do this, this was like your path and this is what you chose?
Around 2007, 2006, I would say. Like the end of my high school years, everybody was trying to rap, and like I had the equipment to record them, so I would bring them over to record them, and I was just listening to them like I'm pretty sure I could do this better than them. So
And I mean, it seems like you're proving that you can. I've listened to some of your stuff and I'm very much interested in what's coming next.
thank you. It means a lot.
So, like, was your art encouraged at first when you started doing it, or were
No,
people skeptical of you then?
I've never had a whole lot of support or encouragement. It's just been me pushing on to do it regardless.
I understand that feeling. I really do. But hey, look at you now, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
So, how did that shape how you move, now?
Uh, it, it's hard to really put that in words, like at the moment. It it makes it hard for me to want to reach out and support people, but I still do it regardless.
Yeah, that's understandable. The lack of support makes it hard to support others, I know, because you don't know if you'll ever get it reciprocated back to you or get any love back for,
Yeah,
helping
but it's not the
people.
point. Karma is karma regardless. Like it'll come back in some form or another.
And that was just what I was going to say. But either way, if you do good things, they'll always come back to you in one way. Oh, little kitty.
It's Lexi. You see her in a lot of my art. She was actually featured on my track with Monoxide.
She was featured on your track with
Yeah,
Monoxide. That is
yeah.
actually fucking awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be featuring my dogs on a track soon. Going to have all four of them just going off at the very beginning.
Hell yeah.
Why not? So, sorry, got to open this quick so I can see what I was going to ask you. I had to type it because I forget things. I get a little nervous sometimes still.
Oh, Sam, this is my first podcast, so
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I'm glad I could, be the first guy to get you on here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I guess back to everything with your early life and everything, did that kind of like shape your sound and like turn you into who you are today?
Um, Along the way, like for sure, a lot like life happened. I'm 37, so a lot of life shaped my sound, not just early life.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't have guessed 37. That's great. That's awesome, man. Making it a long way. So, no labels, nothing like that. It doesn't seem like Happycore is just you, or is it a bigger vision?
And it's right. It's me, but it's more than just music. It's the cartoons. I have story based cartoons. I start releasing as soon as I get the albums out that I have in the works and stuff. So it's a lot more than just what you're seeing right now. But I'm trying to put little pieces of all of it out so you get an idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just get kind of piecing it out, the albums and then the
Yeah,
cartoons, and I'm excited for those. I can't wait now. I didn't know that was coming. Now you're gonna have me watching everything all the time.
awesome. That's the point.
So, did you know going in if a song's going to be rock or hip hop, or do you kind of decide along the way throughout the writing and music process?
Okay, so the album I'm currently working on, I wrote the whole thing over hip hop beats, and then I linked up with a band at the end of my last album, and we did one track. And then, like, we just eventually came up with the idea that we're gonna do this whole album. They're gonna remix the whole album, so I'll be releasing it twice over the hip hop beats, and then with the whole band too. So
That is awesome. I love, especially when people are doing those like albums with an actual band when they're normally a solo artist, because I always feel it adds this extra level and just depth to the music.
it does. These songs are so much better in that form. It's crazy.
That's awesome. I'm very excited for that now, man. You make great art, great cartoons. Is there anything you do that like in the creative space that people don't know about yet?
Um, No, I try to put it all out there as I'm doing it, even if I suck at it at this point. Like, I'll still show you, like, look, I suck now, but I'm about to get good at this.
I understand that. I'm still doing that, and I'm sitting on my best project for the last 3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, so when you make a song, is it the lyrics, the beat, the mood? How do you like figure out what you're gonna do for it?
Each song is its own thing, and it could start in a different way. I mean, some songs may start in the same way, but they're all unique pieces of art. So,
Yeah.
like, some songs may be built from the beat first. I heard a beat I like. Some songs I may have came up with one little joke in my head, and I turned it into a whole song just so I could tell that one joke. You just never know.
Oh yeah, I fully understand that. I mean, I made an entire song about being a tough guy just because I wasn't a tough guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like just the joke of it, fuck it. So, and just lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So, are you looking to branch into other genres then, or is it kind
Yeah,
of
I
rock hip
mean,
hop's your set spot?
like as I said earlier, my dad was a karaoke DJ, so I was exposed to like almost every type of music at a young age. I have love for all music, like so I want to play with everything eventually. Like,
That's fair. I mean, playing with all of it's really a great way to expand yourself as well.
and you never know what you'll like until you try it. So
Yeah, that's very true. Now you got me thinking about doing other things. So, I guess who were like would you say influenced you to kind of take the music seriously as you were getting older and things?
like personally or as an inspiration.
How about both?
Um, of course, like early on, my favorite artists were obviously ICP and the whole Juggalo crew. And I always loved Eminem too, despite the pushback from the Juggalos for that back in those days. Um, that was the rap side of it, and then like the other side was just Linkin Park, like all the new metal stuff, Limp Bizkit. That would have been it. And I've always been a big fan of hair metal too, 80s metal. So
Wow, really, honestly, great choices in music to listen to. I listen to all of that, plus a lot of Tech Nine and Brother Lynch. But I
well,
mean,
yeah, I think Tech Nine's the goat for real. He's the best lyricist of all time, in my opinion.
absolutely my number one favorite. I've seen him 3 different times live, and that's the only artist I can say that about right now.
Yeah,
So, are you home recorded, or have you built yourself a studio, or go
yeah.
to a studio?
I live in an RV. I just sold a house. I was recording in my house, and I just sold the house and bought an RV so I can be more mobile. But I've built a pretty nice studio inside of it. I'm not in the RV right now, or I would show you.
Ignore that. I'll get back to it. Yeah, that's awesome. I actually just had an RV a few months ago that I had to end up flipping because I couldn't afford to fix it.
Oh, that
I was
sucks.
going to do the same thing you did. So, what would you say is the hardest part to like consistently dropping music and things?
Um, Worrying about the response it's going to get.
If you don't mind me asking, what is it about the response that like has you worried about it?
I mean, it's not. It's something I've definitely gotten over, but it was the hardest part for a long time.
Oh yes, I understand that. I'm still that's the reason I haven't released much recently. I'm still
Yeah,
scared of the pushback, and especially because like the name of like your entertainment, Happycore is literally the subgenre of rap I make.
that's awesome.
So
We need more of that. We really need more of that.
yeah, so I mean, I'm out there. I get a lot of pushback because they're like, "What is this?" So I guess when I really like that. Have any of the cartoons, been like, coming from your real life experiences and things, anything like based on that stuff?
Yes, they will for sure. I've only released one story based cartoon yet, and it's just a little funny cartoon. But once I start having time to focus more on that and do turn my stories that I've written down into the cartoons, then yeah, that a lot of that comes from my personal life.
I can't wait. It seems like people are really going to start to get insight into your story through that. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm a recovering addict. I have a little over 8 years clean right now, and that's what we're supposed to do is spread the message to others.
Man, that is awesome. I am proud of you for that. It's a very
Thank you.
hard thing to do. I'm 2 years myself, so I know it's a
Congratulations.
very hard push. It's great to see that you're doing better now and that you don't do that stuff. It's awesome. So, I mean, I'm not I'm going to ask the question, but I know the answer, I'm pretty sure. How important are the visuals to your music?
Um, I don't think anyone ever paid attention until I started making the cartoons. So I mean, if nothing else, that's what gets people to look at it, and then while they're watching the cartoons, they're like, "Wait a minute, this actually sounds good too." But them cartoons are an icebreaker, like so much of an icebreaker.
Yeah. It seems like, that's actually kind of like I saw something there, and that's actually what got me like clicking onto your stuff before I reached out. And I was like, so this guy's a very multifaceted, talented person in the creative industry.
Yeah, hey, I'm an artist, like all the way through. There ain't no art that I wouldn't dive into and at least try it. And like,
And that's the artists we need, the people who are willing to like, go out and branch out from their normal to different things and do all of that. And that's like, I know it's harder to do sometimes, so it's awesome to see that like you're really out there doing all of this.
And I don't have a team. I'm doing this by myself.
Yeah, no team, Happycore is Doc. Doc
Yeah,
is Happycore. And honestly, if I wouldn't have done my research into that, I would have thought you had a small team behind you. And that's just what makes this so much more impressive what you do.
thank you.
So a question I keep forgetting to ask, but I really want to. The mask. What like made you choose the mask? Like there's many options for masks. Your design is very unique and it seems like very it might have something special to you there.
It does. As I mean, I've spent a lot of time in psychiatric units as starting as a young teen. I've never had to wear the actual restraint myself, but it's symbolism that, just like the addiction, I've overcome a lot of that, and I didn't do it by the means of what the doctors were telling me to do. Like I tried the medication, and it made it worse for a long time, and all that stuff. So it's I wear a straitjacket on stage too, and on it I have written "Kill Your Masters," and it's a message to destroy anything that's stopping you, like any label they put on you, telling you, like they told me my way of thinking wasn't right, that I would never make it in life with like that, but look, I'm doing just fine in my opinion.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I
I
wear that stuff to show them, like, yeah.
I respect that so much. And I will say you're lucky you haven't had to wear the face restraint. It fucking sucks. Uh, Speaking from pure experience, there, I've been turtle chaired in jail and face masked.
Yeah, I've been on the turtle chair for sure.
Oh yeah, they love doing that to people. So, with the mask and everything and the issues, the no medication and things, have you found natural ways to kind of work through things then?
I mean, art is the main thing, and a lot of weed helps too.
I understand that. Now you are speaking my language for medicine. Art and weed. That's what I do as well.
Yep.
So, I guess, what do you want people to feel when they hear and see your work?
Hope.
I love that. You're out here pushing hope where everyone else is pushing drugs.
Yeah,
And that's what I need. We will definitely have to talk after this. I think we should make something together.
I'm down.
So, the brand, is it a mindset, a movement? You know, what is it?
Yeah, it's more of a goal to just be happy.
Just be happy?
Yeah.
I love that, honestly. That is, that's the best goal you can have. Be happy. I mean, that's almost half what my goal is, or that is half what my goal is. Be happy, make others happy.
Yep.
So, when things start to feel slow, what really kind of gets you going, would you say?
I mean, I got a lot of resources to help there because not one always helps. So, I mean, that's where the music, or I could do the cartoons, or so much other stuff. And now, like this weekend, I go to set up a merch booth at my first convention. So, coming up with all this different kind of merch to fit into a conventions was fun. Like, I got a lot of unique stuff I came up with, and I'll get to do that a couple more times this year. So,
Are
I'll
there
get to
any
expand on that.
So when it comes to conventions, do you do like limited things, like specialty, like there's this much, get it while you can, like
I
some
mean,
people do?
I haven't, like I said, this is my first convention, so I haven't even had time to really consider that yet. It's just like, what am I going to do to get it started?
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say this was your first one. Sorry,
You're fine.
I haven't slept since work. So how would you say music has, changed, kind of the way you live and who you are?
Well, it's always been there, so it hasn't, I can't say it's changed anything.
It's just more kind of evolved with you as you go.
Yeah,
I like that. That's when it's always there, it's always there.
yeah.
So I mean, little, off the topic of you said you're into the Juggalos. Do you do the underground? Do you listen to the underground guys at all? Then?
Oh yeah, I've been a huge supporter of this scene for years. I'm from Ohio. I just moved out of Ohio, so I was in the heart of it all my whole life.
Oh yeah, right. Heck, with your luck, you're probably close to Legend Valley too.
Oh yeah, an hour. I was an hour from Legend Valley.
Oh, lucky, I'm 3 states away. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to talk to you after this. I have a lot of things in the work for Juggalo related shows and things, and I think you'd fit.
Awesome.
So, if everything went right this year, what would it look like to you come December 31st?
I don't even know.
No idea yet?
No, because it just keeps looking crazier and crazier stuff. I never even like. There wasn't goals that like are happening out of nowhere right now. So
Yeah, I definitely get that feeling. I mean, it's to the point where I've had to turn down some of my goals because bigger ones are the option as well.
yeah,
So, how long would you say you do live performances, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Sorry, my mind's everywhere and having everything's. How long have you been going on stage?
2010 was my first show. Last spring, I toured with Scum, the East Coast.
You were on tour with Scum.
Yeah,
That is awesome. I
I
see. I
opened
have just some gigs.
JCW on Jay's birthday last year in Columbus for Jay and Ouija.
JCW and touring with Scum. Wow. So you're really out there, just
Trying to be,
making a big name for yourself already. Kind of.
trying.
That is great to see. That you know you're pushing hope, and honestly you're giving me hope because we're two guys with the same kind of goals here, and you're really out here doing so much already.
I mean, we connected for a reason. This is my first podcast for some reason.
Obviously. So I suppose after all this, what would you want people to understand about you here?
It is easy to misunderstand me.
It seems so because you look at the mask and you don't think happycore, and then
Yeah,
you look at the hat and the only thing you can think is happycore.
that's the point. It's like it's horror with a touch of Disney magic.
I love that. That description is honestly, I couldn't have thought of that even on my smartest day. So, what would you say is the best place for people to kind of like tap in with you and get a hold of you for
Uh,
things?
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, guys, reach out to Doc. He does a lot of great things. If you're in the creative scene, this is someone that you should be reaching out to work with.
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah, so with projects coming up, I mean, and projects you've had out, I guess, I just want to know, like, you do a lot of collaborations. Do you want to tell people some of the people that you've worked with?
I just released my first EP last year. It has a Monoxide on it, underrated from Potluck. Great Day, who played Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie remake, The Boy. He's a rapper now. Check out his music. He's pretty dope. We're actually all on a song together, a weed song. And then I got a on this current CD, I just released a track with Whitney Payton. And then the band who's producing the whole CD for me, 5x5, they're the lead singers on that track too, and of course the whole band's on there. But that band 5x5 is who's making the music that you're hearing behind this whole CD I'm releasing. I got a track with Head PE coming out at the end of the month. Next month on Friday the 13th, I'll be releasing a track with First Jason, whose lead singer is Ari Lehman, who played Little Boy Jason in the first Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool track. I just started promoting it. It's called And Then You Die.
That honestly, that's probably one of the coolest collaborations I've heard about. I mean, you're working on something like that with somebody from the horror community that's legendary at that.
Yeah, go check out First Jason too. They're awesome. Ari's cool as hell. He headlined my CD release party for me last year.
Wow, that things just keep getting cooler for you, huh?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like stuff I never imagined would happen. I'm actually working with Michael Myers, and I'm working with. Oh yeah, on Juggalo Day, February 17th, I got a song dropping with Scum and Great Dag, another track with Dag, who played Michael Myers. So like, so much stuff. I'm forgetting huge shit like that.
Yeah, you're forgetting the huge shit 'cause you have so much going on, and that's insane. I don't really like. I mean, you don't expect so much to come in, and then it does, right?
Yeah,
So I guess, do you have a favorite track you've made or a favorite like thing that you've worked on?
I mean the rock version of the CD, which is called the CD is called the Dawn of Consciousness, which is D.O.C. Doc Dawn of Consciousness, and it'll release in two versions: the hip hop, which is the LP, and then the rock version, which I have called the RX version. And like this project is by far my favorite project. As for a favorite track on the project, it's a track called Chasing Rainbows. It'll release in the end of May, and it has an extremely special feature on it that I'm not going to name right now.
All right. That's going to be something that's going to be exciting to wait for and see the announcement for. Do you have any music videos or anything coming out?
Nothing like live yet that I have in motion, just all the animated stuff. I've been working on a full-length animated video for the track with Monoxide, Underrated, and Great Dig. You can see samples of it. I'm hoping to have that done eventually.
I know you will get it done. You're a very talented person and you seem to have your goals aligned with working towards, the career, and that's awesome to see.
Thank you.
So you've worked with Monoxide. Are there any other Juggalo artists that you've collaborated with?
Yeah, Young Wicked's on the EP that's already released too. Fritz the Cat mixes and masters all my hip hop, so if he counts, like legendary Juggalo shit right there.
Yeah, definitely counts. I don't think that's a question. That's like
um,
asking if Dog Beats counts as Juggalo music.
yeah. He said the track with Scum will be coming out on Juggalo Day. I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of right offhand.
But just a lot of awesome things coming up.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm almost running out of time here. I got some things to do. Is there anything that you want to tell everybody?
Just check it out.
Yeah, just check it out right there. Dawn of Consciousness, Doc,
Yeah, happy
doing
cool.
and Happycore, doing wonderful things. You really can't miss out if you're. I guess I can't say you really can't. You really shouldn't miss out on what he's doing because one day he'll be a big name. I can already tell.
Appreciate that.
You are definitely a once in a lifetime artist to hit the scene. It was great having you on, and I really hope that we can do this again and maybe get even more in depth with things.